that, radiallahu anhu, Ka'b, he mentioned here that us three, who the Prophet ﷺ told us to wait until Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes a judgment for us. He said, the ayah that he just read about the ثَلَاثِ الَّذِينَ خُلِّفُوا is referring to them three, right? And why were they left behind? The takhlif here is referring to the fact that the Prophet ﷺ, when everybody who stayed behind the battle made an excuse and the Prophet ﷺ accepted it from them, as for them three who said the truth, the Prophet ﷺ said, wait until Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes a judgment about your situation. So that delay in their judgment is why they were referred to the three that stayed behind, the three that were delayed. The delay is in reference to them not getting a direct command from the Prophet ﷺ as to what their condition is. 1 second, I'll answer inshallah. So that's what Ka'b ibn Malik is saying here. So he's saying this is not because we stayed behind in the battlefield, but rather it's because our situation was not mentioned until Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made it clear and explained what the hal and what the condition of us three were, which was that Allah eventually pardoned them and accepted their tawbah. طيب. Read the next part about the riwayah. وفي رواية. So here the Imam al-Nawawi is mentioning this same hadith, but some of the other additions in some other narrations, right? And he mentioned the point where the Prophet ﷺ, he left for the Battle of Tabuk on a Thursday, and he used to love to leave on Thursday. So he's just talking about the situation when the Prophet ﷺ left to the battlefield. طيب, and the next portion, Sheikh. Okay. So another narration mentions that the Prophet ﷺ, when he would come back to Medina, normally he would return in the morning time. He liked to come back and enter into the city in the morning time. And whenever he would come back to the city, as we mentioned last week, the first thing he would do coming back from a trip is he would go to the masjid and he would pray, alayhi salatu wasalam, 2 rak'ahs. This hadith has many fawaid, many benefits. In fact, some of the ulama say that this hadith alone has over 40 benefits. أكثر من 40 فائدة, right? For example, فضيلة الصدق, the virtue of speaking the truth and how the truth is very important to always stick to, right? And also وَالْحُكْمُ بِالظَّاهِرِ, that's another benefit from this hadith, that the Prophet ﷺ, when he dealt with those people that came and made the excuse with him, the Prophet ﷺ did not look into their intentions, but he rather dealt with them based on the apparent, right? And that's a major benefit, that when we're dealing with people, that we deal with people based on what is zahir, what is apparent, and we don't necessarily try to look into what their intentions are, because nobody knows what's in the heart of the person.